Hey guys, it's your girl Sean, the Perfume Addict, and I am back. If this is your first time, thank you for coming in. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell so that way you will be aware of whenever I upload a video. If you are returning, welcome back. Thank you for coming back. All your love and support for this channel is greatly appreciated, and I greatly appreciate you. And if you're looking at me strange, like, didn't she have that on the last video? Yes, I did, because I have gotten into the habit now of filming multiple videos on the same day so I can be ahead of the game, because I've been very busy and it has kind of thrown a wrench into my filming schedule. So I'm trying to get myself back on track. So I figure if I pre-film, I can just edit, upload, and save myself a lot of time. So with that being said, today I'm going to talk about my fragrance wish list. I have some fragrances on my list that I want to purchase, and I can't wait to get them. So stay tuned and I'll tell you all about it. Alright guys, so there are some fragrances that I have on my wish list that either I have come this close to buying and have bought another fragrance, or I've smelled it somewhere and I just keep in the back of my mind like, I want this, and I just haven't gotten around to buying it. So since I don't have the bottles to show you, I will pop pictures up on the screen. I will try to pop the picture of their main accords so that you can get an idea of what kind of scent it is. The first one on my list is Mont Blanc Signature. I have been hearing about this fragrance. I'm in a fragrance group on Facebook. It is called Black Women Who Love to Smell Good. Join that group because I've gotten a lot of good info being in that group, and I love it. It's a fun environment. We have fun in there. So go on Facebook, look up Black Women Who Love to Smell Good. Again, the fragrance Mont Blanc, it is a beautiful scent. I kept seeing it on there and I kept seeing it, and I'm like, what is the buzz around this fragrance? Because when I worked in fragrances at Carson Perry Scott before moving on to Nordstrom years later, Mont Blanc was not the it thing. It wasn't. And I kept seeing this pop up in the group. I'm like, what is this fragrance all about? First thing, supposedly, I don't know how true this is, but supposedly it is exclusive to Nordstrom. I don't think anybody else carries it. I don't think so. I haven't seen it anywhere else. If they do, correct me in the comment section and tell me who does. Macy's, Saks, Bloomingdale's, just tell me. Dillard's, just let me know if somebody else carries it. But I've only seen it at Nordstrom, and I went to Nordstrom to check this fragrance out. I'm like, okay, let me see what all the buzz is about. And I smelled it, and oh my God. My God. It is this beautiful vanilla lactonic, and if you're not sure what I'm saying, lactonic are fragrances that have milk notes like almond milk, coconut milk. That is a lactonic note in a fragrance. It is a creamy, milky, vanilla, beautiful fragrance. That's the best way I can describe it. The girl at Nordstrom was so nice. She even made me a sample. So Sephora, that crap about you guys cutting out samples because people are not buying the fragrances, go on somewhere with that. Go. Get out. She made me a sample with no problem. And God, I loved it so much. I paired it up with my Bath and Body Works Snowflakes and Cashmere, and just such a beautiful scent. So Mont Blanc is on my list. Mont Blanc Signature. That is the first fragrance that I need to get my hands on by the time it gets cold outside, because I'm not a person that trips on what time of year to wear a fragrance, but there are certain fragrances to me that are just good at certain seasons of the year. And for me, that is a fall, winter, gourmand scent that I cannot wait to get my hands on. So the next fragrance that is on my wish list, and I have come close to buying this fragrance twice, YSL's Leap. It's not Libre, it is Leap. I'm a YSL fan. I have Mont Blanc, I have Black Opium, I have Black Opium Illicit Green. My first designer fragrance was a YSL fragrance. High-end designer. Not because my first designer fragrance was Tommy Hilfiger's Tommy Girl. High-end designer fragrance. My first one was YSL's Baby Doll. And I will pop a picture of it up here. That was a beautiful, fruity fragrance. The prominent note in that fragrance was grapefruit. And it was gorgeous. That was my first YSL perfume that I ever owned. YSL Leap is such a beautiful scent. It's not a gourmand. It's a beautiful floral that is, how can I describe it? It's like, if you want to smell like a bag of money, YSL Leap is your fragrance. If you just want to smell like, if you want to give off boss vibes, that's your fragrance. Look, YSL Leap gives off boss vibes to me. And I've heard that it is good paired with Bath and Body Works Fairy Tale. I already have Fairy Tale here. I can't wait to purchase the fragrance so I can pair those up and see what kind of dynamic duo that might be. Because I keep hearing that is the good. And actually, Fairy Tale does remind me of YSL Leap. It does remind me of it. So I can see how the two would go well with each other. But that is the next fragrance on my wish list, YSL Leap. I've come close twice. The first time I had it in my hand. And Dolce & Gabbana's The Only One was right next to it. And I smelled The Only One. And I was like, oh God, I gotta have this. Right now. Right now. Gotta have this. And I picked The Only One. The second time, I didn't quite have my hands on it. But the second time, I smelled Valentino's Donna Born in Roma. And I was like, oh, because I'm trying to limit myself. I'm like, I can't get both of them because I have myself on a leash with buying perfume. I will only buy maybe 1 or 2 fragrances a month. Because there was a time when I would go buck wild and get 10, 12. No. So I'm trying to tell myself 1 a month. 1, if that. So I had to pick. I'm like, I can't have them both. So I got to pick. So YSL Leap is definitely on my fragrance wish list. Oh, I'm tired. The next fragrance on my wish list is from the house of Juliet Has a Gun. Lipstick Fever. Oh. I love Lipstick Fever. It smells so good. It is a perfect fall sweet fragrance. That is probably the next one I want to get my hands on. I love Vanilla Vibes by them as well, but Lipstick Fever smells so bomb, so good. I have heard people describe it as smelling like Barbie dolls. And my thing is, I had Barbies growing up as a little girl. I don't recall Barbie dolls having a smell. I've tried to search my memory bank. I don't know, because I grew up in the 80s. I mean, early 80s. I'm telling my age here. I'm over 40. But I grew up in the 80s. And I'm trying to search my memory bank. And I don't remember Barbies having a smell. Maybe they did. But that's what most people describe Lipstick Fever as, or as a tube of lipstick. Have you ever got a tube of, say, maybe MAC lipstick or Milani lipstick? When you twist it up, it gives you that sweet lipsticky smell. Lipsticky ain't a word, okay? I'm sorry, but you know where I'm going with this. It gives you that smell. So, like a lipstick, a fragrance lipstick, sweet lipstick smell. So that's what Lipstick Fever is described as. And I smelled it and I'm like, oh my God, this is so good. I must have this. This smells So bomb. So Lipstick Fever is definitely on my list. It is a fall fragrance to me. I mean, you probably could escape from wearing it in the spring and summer months. I mean, if it's a cool day. But like I said earlier, there are some fragrances. I'm not a rule person with fragrances. I wear a fragrance whenever I feel like. But to me, there are certain fragrances, when you smell them, you know this is summertime or this is wintertime. So it depends. It depends. But there are just some that goes in that category no matter what. So that is Juliet Has a Gun Lipstick Fever. So another fragrance I have on my wish list, and I'm not in a rush to buy it because I have so many beautiful florals, but I gotta have it. Gucci Flora Fresh Gardenia. I have a sample of it here. And I sprayed it on one day because I'm like, you know, I have so many samples. I'm like, let me go through some of my samples. Let me try some of these samples out. And it is a beautiful floral. Beautiful, fresh. I love Gardenia. I love the smell of Gardenia. I love Gardenia candles when I can get my hands on them. I love Gardenia. Oh, and I didn't mention, same candle levels in the last video. Bath and Body Works. Force of Nature. And same scent, because I'm filming this in the same day. Joe Malone's Wild Bluebell. I'll pop the picture up. But Gucci Flora Fresh Gardenia. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful floral. I'm like, I got to have this. I have got to have this scent. It's just gorgeous. I didn't expect, because I'm not a big Gucci fan. That is my sister. She's the Gucci queen. She loves Gucci. Her favorite is Gucci by Gucci, the original one. And it's discontinued, and she is climbing up the walls because they have it on Mercari, but people are wanting $400 and $500 for it, which is insane if you ask me. But she loves that fragrance. So she's the Gucci girl. I'm not. But that fragrance got me. So that is Gucci Flora Fresh Gardenia on my wish list. I can tell you right now, there's going to be a part 2 to this video because I am getting tired. I am getting tired. And I have a crap ton of fragrances on my wish list. But I'm going to wrap this video up with an Armani fragrance. Armani Eros Perfume. Shut up. Shut up. Shut it. That is so good. I am a fan of Armani fragrances. I had Armani Black Cold in the past. Emporio Armani was actually my favorite Armani fragrance for women. Emporio Armani, yeah, I'm going to have to find that. I'm going to have to go on fragrance.net. I'm going to have to see if I can find that, because that was one of the best powdery, look, take it from me. You want a good throwback Armani fragrance? Emporio Armani, is that girl. You need to pick her up. But I have Armani My Way now. But Armani Eros Perfume is so good. It is floral. It is juicy. It is sweet. It is a beautiful, and the bottle. Can we just bask in the glory of the bottle? The bottle is a big gold. I'm a sucker for packaging. I love packaging. I'm a package whore. I love, if it's in a pretty bottle, it's got my attention. Now, if it ends up stinking, I probably won't buy it. But if it's in a pretty bottle, I'm like, ooh, let's see. What does this smell like? Packaging gets me every time. I can't tell you how many fragrances that I've bought just because of packaging, and they turned out to be good fragrances, thank God. Because, like I said, I'm not in the habit of having things in my collection that I don't like. If it's something I'm not going to wear, I don't want it. But Armani Eros Perfume, I must have that fragrance. So I'm going to wrap this video up on that note with Armani Eros Perfume. Go check it out. Smell it for yourself. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, guys. So that wraps up my fragrance wish list part 1. Because I still have some more fragrances. I still have Alien Goddess by Mugler. I still have some Skylar fragrances. I still have some replica fragrances on my list that I want to try. And I have another Gucci fragrance, Gucci Guilty, Perfume. I have a huge list of fragrances. Moschino's toy. I think the bottle is so adorable because it's shaped like a teddy bear. So, yeah. But that is part 1 of my fragrance wish list. I will do a part 2 later on down the road. Once again, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit the notification bell, do all that wonderful stuff. It supports the channel. It lets me know that you like the content, and it helps me to keep putting out content for you. So on that note, everybody, be blessed in the rest of your day and the rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.